just to be safe.
You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Kirsten Clark, and I'm the proud principal of Clinton Prairie Junior Senior High School. On behalf of the Clinton Prairie education community, it is a pleasure to welcome you on this beautiful morning as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2022. We would ask that everyone please silence their cell phones at this time. We would also ask that you refrain from yelling or shouting during the ceremony. During the presentation of diplomas, as we announce your graduate's name, please feel free to stand and share in their moment as they cross the stage. At the conclusion of the ceremony, our graduates will exit the gymnasium and meet their friends and family outside the field house entrance. We'd like to recognize several individuals who assisted in the preparation for this morning's ceremony. Mrs. Elizabeth Casebeer, senior class sponsor and school counselor. Mrs. Nicole Dietrich, director of school counseling. Assistant Principal Lou Carlo, Athletic Director Brian Eaton, Music Department and Band Director Michael Villano, and our maintenance and custodial staff, Lori Jones, Ruth Marty, and Curtis Camp. And now, as our senior class officers make their way to the stage, we would ask that everyone please stand for our national anthem. We will follow with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our class officers.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we would like to recognize those students who have enlisted in the United States Armed Forces. We thank you for your commitment and service to our country. If you would stand, Austin Beck, United States Naval Academy. And David Lashbrook, National Guard. We would also like to recognize those students who have carried a 4.0 grade point average throughout high school. Please stand and be recognized. Brecken Riley. Tinley Neal. Austin Beck. Tatum Nash. and Alexander Bretnacher. And at this time, it's my pleasure to present the Salutatorian for the class of 2022, Ms. Tinley Neal.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. I'm honored to be up here, and I want to thank my family and friends that supported me in achieving this accomplishment. More importantly, I want to congratulate the class of 2022 for completing this milestone and give a special thanks to the parents, teachers, and staff who helped us all get here today. You did it. You guys finally got rid of us. I'm sure it wasn't easy, so we thank you for your dedication. To tell you the truth, writing this speech was tough. I thought about standing up here and telling you guys something inspirational. But if I learned one thing from high school, it is that only about half of us are listening. It's truly amazing the things we don't hear: due dates, the word no, and the 7 alarms that we set every morning but still manage to oversleep. All considering, I'd say it's pretty impressive that we got the job done. After quite a few bumps in the road, we made it to the finish line. As we look back on our experience here at Clinton Prairie, one thing comes to mind, and that's time. It seems like yesterday our parents shoved us through these doors as scared little kids, and now we walk out of them as young adults with very, very little common sense. Not only does time fly, but it also changes. At one point in time, we had pillow pets and light-up shoes that would make us run faster at recess. Now, it gets better. We have mullets, cystic acne, and accounts on Tinder. It's really crazy how the times change. The staff, however, has remained the same for the most part. Mr. Coe still wears the same 3 pullovers each week. The red one, the blue one, and the gray one. Mr. Scott still has a beautiful bald head. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Stockburger is still a single man. To all the ladies out there, hit my man Craig up. In all seriousness, time is something of great value that I think most people take for granted. When not used properly, it can create what-ifs and regrets. If used too well, it can exhaust you. Our high school days are now just time spent. The question is, how did you spend it? Did you spend it pretending to be someone you're not? Or did you spend it worrying about the future or regretting the past? We're all guilty of it, and as much as we would like to, we can't change the past or foresee the future. We can only live in the present. One of the most exciting things about this day is that we get a fresh start, an opportunity to be who we want to be instead of who we have been. Ernest Hemingway once said, "There's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self." With this in mind, learn from your mistakes and surround yourself with people that support you. The truth is, the test that you stayed up all night studying for was just another grade in the grade book. The trophy that you worked so hard to win is just collecting dust on a shelf. Your physical appearance that you spent so much time worrying about and perfecting probably just made you more insecure. It's not about what you accomplished with your time, but rather how you spent it, how it shaped you, and how it impacted others. The biggest piece of advice that can be given to our generation is to stop worrying about the things that don't matter and live every day as if it were your last, because you truly never know when your time is up. Our former classmate, Zach Caldwell, was the epitome of this, and whether you knew him or not, his legacy is something to admire. Just as he did, put an extra smile on someone's face. Tend your relationships with others, and set your worries aside. In the end, it's the little things that add up to be the big things. If you take the time to appreciate them, you'll be left with unforgettable memories that will stick with you forever. Like the tug-of-war tournaments on track and field day, or listening to people bark in the hallways like rabid dogs. Recall the time when Roberto sabotaged that Quizlet, so he was the only one who got a perfect score on our final. Remember the days when every single person in this school was terrified of Darlene. The jean shorts. It's really easy to see the negative side of things when life gets challenging, and we have definitely faced our fair share of them. But memories like these make the challenges worth it. For some of us, this day is a relief, but for others, the end of this chapter is bittersweet. After today, some will go to college, others will study a trade, many will enter the workforce, and a few will honorably serve our country. Regardless of where we go, be grateful for the journey that we have been on. If you haven't been listening to a single thing I've been saying up here, hear this. Life is just about as short as Ada and Evie, so use your time wisely. We've been pretty fortunate here at CP in the opportunities that have been offered to us. Whether it was you or Google that earned this diploma, enjoy this accomplishment because it only happens once. As I wrap this up, I want to leave you guys with a question to think about as we move forward and face new obstacles in life. If you ever need guidance, ask yourself, what would Heesh do? Our time here at Clinton Prairie has been pretty Doug's, and I wish you all the very best. Congratulations, class of 2022.
And now it is my privilege to present the valedictorian for the class of 2022, Brecken Riley.
Good morning. I'd like to start by thanking the administration and the school board for organizing this event today. I'd also like to thank everyone in the audience for coming out and supporting your graduates today. Graduation is something that many spend years dreaming of, anxiously counting down the days until they never have to see this place again. Others woke up and had to be reminded by their parents that they couldn't sleep in this morning. But no matter how important this day is to you, it represents a stepping stone. Every person sitting here before me is making a transition in their lives. Some, like myself, are preparing to attend college this coming fall to continue our academic journey. Some are fortunate enough to be continuing their athletic careers as well. Some have decided to become a part of something bigger than themselves and serve our country in the armed forces. Some will be attending trade schools to learn the skills of manufacturing and welding. Some are going straight into the workforce, and some don't know what they're doing yet, and that's okay. Our time here at CP has developed and nurtured us into fine young men and women and prepared us for whatever lies ahead. When we look back at our time here, it's not the awards or titles we'll remember. Yes, those are significant events, like Tinley and Tatum leading our girls' basketball team to back-to-back sectional championships, and Drew and Caden leading our football team to one of the best seasons we've had in years. These are things we've spent countless hours pursuing to accomplish, but what we'll truly remember is the people we spent chasing these goals with. We'll remember the practices, the team dinners, and most importantly, our teammates more than we'll remember our records. Connections are one of the most significant aspects of life. The people you meet and surround yourself with will mold you into who you are as a person and are an extension of your personality and values. I believe many in our class are fortunate enough to be able to say that they have made these connections here at Prairie and have found their people, whether that be classmates or teachers. Throughout these past 4 years, and up to 13 for some of us like myself here at Prairie, we have made memories that will last a lifetime, whether those be good or bad. I'm sure we'll never forget our deplorable behavior at the IRT or the bus rolling over when we were in 3rd grade. We won't forget the 1st grade field trip to the zoo or the countless Zoom meetings that we either didn't attend or slept through junior year. And above all, we won't forget this day. Our class is unique in many ways. We value our creativity and our ability to articulate ourselves in ways that others outside our class find quite unbearable. We value our independence and tend to passionately stick to our groups of friends. We value our family and community and come together to comfort each other and grieve together when we lose those we love and cherish. Throughout all the hardships we face, we've grown closer as a community and as individuals and have developed a sense of understanding and respect for those around us and one another. As we move forward and spread out from the nest that's nurtured us, it is our values and sense of community that will carry us through these unknown waters. I hope that we will all carry the feeling of togetherness we learned from the community fish fries and parades we attended growing up, the drive of competitiveness we were taught through playing softball and baseball for our town's rec leagues, and the sensation of love we felt from everyone all around us to cause us to be leaders in our new endeavors and carry on what has been instilled in us to those we meet in the future. Our class is fortunate enough to be surrounded and built up by so many wonderful people, and now it is our turn to transition into their roles. I have no doubt many here before me will do great things in the coming years. In the end, no matter what we end up doing, our decisions should be guided by the sake of our own well-being. As long as we can find happiness within ourselves, then we have achieved success. Thank you.
At this time, in keeping with the Clinton Prairie tradition, our junior marshals, Landon Hughes and Sophia Harshbarger, will set up a slideshow highlighting the members and memories of the class of 2022. attended your final homeroom, had your last orange chicken school lunch, your favorite, right? You've taken your final reading counts quiz, and you've taken your final walk through the halls of the elementary and high school. But it's not solely your day. You share this day with your friends and families. Graduates, let's take a moment to recognize your parents, grandparents, and extended families for the role that they have played in your education over the past 13 years. From the day they dropped you off for your first day of kindergarten to today, they have loved you unconditionally and supported you, even when maybe you didn't make it so easy on them. Let's give your families a round of applause. Now take a look around at each other. Go ahead, do it. You all have endured some of the hardest times of your young lives together. Times that have included unbearable grief. We are privileged to have been witness to the way in which you have supported each other through those times and have been touched by your love for one another and the way in which you have carried Zachary with you every step of the way. From the 65 flag in his honor to painting his senior parking spot, Zachary's memory remains at the forefront. Some of you have been together for your entire school career, but this will undoubtedly be the last time you are all together in one place. Be present on this day. While life will take you on separate paths, you will always have Clinton Prairie in common, your family. You won't find another faculty and staff like ours at Clinton Prairie. While Tinley pointed out some of the things about the staff that stand out to her, believe me when I tell you that you will never forget them and how they shaped you into who you are today, not just as a student, but as an individual. At this time, would all employees of Clinton Prairie School Corporation please stand? Please join me in a round of applause for this group of amazing educators. Class of 2022, we love you and we wish you well as you head out into the world to forge your path. Whether you are headed into the workforce, the military, or to further your education, remember that you and only you determine your life's path and your worth. It is my honor to present the class of 2022. Seniors, would you please stand? Mr. Miller, Superintendent of Clinton Prairie School Corporation and Clinton Prairie School Board members, these students have met the graduation requirements of our school district and the state of Indiana. I present to you for graduation the class of 2022.
Thank you, Mrs. Clark. As Superintendent of Clinton Prairie School Corporation and on behalf of the Board of Education, I accept the class of 2022 for graduation.
Brecken Lee Riley. Jack Edward Holskamp. Garrett Stephen McGraw. Nissa Nicole Freestone. Brevin Scott Posey. Valentina Gonzalez, German. Parker Lee Minks. Mason Charles Robertson. Tenley Elizabeth Neal. Tatum Renee Nash. Jessica Kishova. Roberto Lino Matias Rios. Cadence Ashlyn Rios. Aiden Christopher Evie. Austin Joseph Beck. Alexander Keith Brettknocker. Maya Rose Rominger. Leah Mae McDaniel. Brennan Lee Butler. Drew Jameson Blacker. Zoe Arissa Beard. Kaylee Madeline Smith. Thomas Nicholas Comerford III. Kylan Elizabeth Walker. Joey Lynn Fullerton. Abigail Catherine Price. Caitlin Marie Dawson. Gwendolyn Eve Worf Mosier. Olivia Grace Jones. Madison Elizabeth Cornell. Trevor J. Funk. Jevin Michael Dean. Jaden Wayne Landis. Logan Wayne McDonald. Jacob Hodgen. Jonathan David Timmons. Maya Isabel Olson. Justice Colleen Hart. Hunter Alan Bishop. David Andrew Duarte. Haley Renee Morgan. Brianna Nicole Nip. Carolina Day Brewer. Ryan J. Smith. Josephine Marianne Nail. Sean Michael Meese. Ashton Dakota Wright. Kirsten Michelle Waddell. Larissa Marie Butler. Kyan Elijah Edmonds. Tyler Allen Axel Oliver. Christy Maria Chavez. Caleb Mathis. Helen May Eilers. Jade Chaffone. Dustin Robert Williams. Kaylee Marie Parks. Austin Jerry J. McMasters. Caden James Mullendor. Tristan David Fearnow. Clayton Tyler Perkins. Eli Addison Bowles. Carter Paul Ford. Braden Wayne Mullendor. Dakota J. Looper. Harmony Lynn Gideon. Alec Michael Schutz. Justin Daniel Sherman. Catherine Elizabeth McKinney. David Glenn Lashbrook. Kaylee Brianne Jarvis. Brisa Aaliyah Ventura Hernandez. Carmen Paul Gutierrez IV. Kaylee Elaine Weaver. Taylor Marie Shockey. Caleb Allen Harrison. Jared Adam Flood. Kaylin Elizabeth White. John Henry Delph. Alejandro Oliver Osler. Juliana Espinoza. Gwyneth Mary Emslander. Lisa Zeller. Carter Landon Gleb.
Would Alexander Bretnacher, President of the Class of 2022, please step to the podium?
Would the members of the Class of 2022 please rise? Congratulations. We are now alumni of Clinton Prairie High School.
At this time, please stand for our Clinton Prairie fight song, the Minnesota Rouser, as our graduates exit the gymnasium for the first time as alumni.